I think Trump is going to win. And so does Rosie. Cats and whiskey. Tonight's cat is Rosie, having a great time. Here you go. Here you go, Rosie. There you go. And tonight's whiskey is Crown Royal. I drank it all because drinking is like voting. You should do it all the time if you're of legal age. So, as I said, I'm Rob. This is Cats and Whiskey. I think Trump is going to win. And here's why. As I promised, I'm going to explain this through the lens of the Detroit Lions. So in this scenario, the Lions are the Democrats and the Republicans are the Packers. And we're going to use one event to demonstrate. So this is basically the 2016 election, but in sports. So on December 3rd, 2015, in front of a national audience, the Lions were up by 20 in the second half. And in the end, all the Packers needed was a 61-yard Hail Mary to win, which seems, hi Rosie, which seems impossible, right? There's no way Democrats win. They were up so big. Buzzer noise, Aaron Rodgers throws the freaking Hail Mary, and the Packers win. Out of nowhere, the Lions lose 27-23. Oh my God. It was called the Miracle in Motown. So it was basically the 2016 election. No one thought the Lions were going to lose. No one thought the Democrats were going to lose. So how in the world did the Republicans win? Wow. So what happens? Do the Lions, the Democrats, do they turn around and do they look inward and wonder what happened and say we're going to do better next time, we're going to have a better game plan? Or do they start attacking the Packers' character, call them all sorts of ists? Aaron Rodgers is a sexist. Aaron Rodgers is a racist. It's not the Packers or the Republicans' fault that they took advantage of an opportunity. The Democrats and the Lions blew it. They blew it. They had no right losing. They blew it. So, you'd never know that based on how, well, the Lions too today, and the Republicans have been acting. So before this virus, which is terrible, before this all hit, all I could see was the policy of the Democrats was be mad at Trump, be mad at people who voted for Trump. Mad, mad, mad. That was a policy. Seriously. All I knew was the Green New Deal. And if you knew something else, then you're playing inside baseball. Because I didn't. All I saw was name calling, yelling, and there was no room for any disagreement on anything. I could say, well, I agree with the Republican tax strategy. Wrong. So let me tell you an example from my own life. I put this up on Facebook. I printed it out. So I said, hearing the President Trump, this is his quote, say, "We will launch a new age of American ambition in space. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to plant its beautiful flag on Mars." That's awesome. And I said, it is amazing and so uplifting. I don't care who said it. Millard Fillmore could have said it. Polk, Harrison, my favorite president, James Garfield, because he was the first left-handed president. So I underestimated the Democrats. And I wrote down some of the things that were said on a long comment thread. And these are a couple that I can print. Wow, that's a singularly ignorant way to look at it. Must be nice to be a white guy in America. Are you kidding me, Rob? I thought you were a feminist. Spoken from a true man on the moon. That one's actually pretty funny. I'm so glad your hateful disposition is finally on display. Again, we will land the first woman on the moon. I'm a hateful person. He wants to do it for the wrong reasons, and doing good things for awful purposes isn't good enough anymore. What did I say that was wrong? President Trump could say the sky is blue, and all of a sudden, if I say President Trump said the sky is blue, must be nice to be a white guy in America? What? I mean, the Democrats have an if you, then this problem. Look at it on Facebook. How many times have you seen, if you support this president, you are this, unfriend me. If you, then this. And it's backing everybody into a corner. It's backing Republicans away or independents. If I say, one thing that a certain Democrat doesn't like, then they go, well, because you, then this. And it just So the sides go wah, and so it's who wants to admit right now? Seriously, who would admit to being a Republican in public or saying Trump did something good at all? You'd get attacked right down the street. There was a guy with a Trump sign out. His tires got slashed. Vote Biden. I guess he'll switch his vote. You steal someone's sign, vote Biden. I mean, why do you think the Democrats, why do they think the rage is a policy? So don't be surprised that blaming the other team for everything instead of looking inward and fixing your problems. Fixing your problems isn't really running Biden. That's not here or there. I'm getting off on a tangent. But I think it's going to backfire 2 days before the election because I wouldn't admit to being a Republican because I enjoy my tires, but I would admit to it in a voting booth where no Democrat is looking. And that's exactly what happened last time. It's exactly what happened to the friggin' Lions. And I think it's going to happen to the Democrats again because they're in their own echo chamber. They're in their own echo chamber. You can't say anything to a Democrat that's in any way positive about Trump or the Republicans. It's just so frustrating. And now I'm starting to think about the Lions who lost again today. Anyway, I'm Rob. This is Cats and Whiskey. I know it's late in the game here, but like I said, the world might end. So I'm just starting this up again and I'll get like all the likes and subscribes and stuff. But I wanted to get this in and publish it before, it was like, well, you thought Trump would win and you didn't say anything. All right, guys, good to see you. 2 more days. Oh my God. Cats and Whiskey.